You've got a community and you need a website to go along with it. This is building a landing page inside of 30 minutes. We're going to use 3 tools: Cursor, our AI coding editor, GitHub, which is where we're going to place our code after we've done writing it or having it created, and then Vercel or Vercel, where we are going to deploy our landing page from. So this is where our website can be hosted on. To kickstart, I'm going to show you a template off of which we're going to be able to download and run things off of. So as you could see here, this is kind of how it looks like. This is a community landing page. Welcome to our community. There's a couple buttons here. It talks about being trusted by something. Why join the community? It's got like 4 cards, a bit of stats, testimonials, upcoming events, wanted to join, a CTA, an FAQ, and then a footer for the page. Today, what I will be building is going to be a landing page website for my men's group, Men in the Arena. To get started, we're going to go with the quick start, which is the recommended route. Download Cursor, and this is going to end up downloading Cursor, and then we can open it. So let's go ahead and open Cursor. Click clone repo and paste that right there. Clone from URL. Boom. So now we just need a place where we're going to start off this project in. So, and that's going to be in my current projects. I'm going to call this my destination. Now, once I choose that, would you like to open? Open. As you can see in the top right-hand corner, there's got this toggle AI pane. Open that up. And this is our canvas. We're going to paint in this canvas. What we see on the left side is our folder structure for our files, etc. And in the middle, as you can see, I went ahead and clicked on some part. It is our code in itself. Before doing any code changes, I want to showcase how we work with the AI. Click Agent, where between choosing normal and agent, the difference is clicking on agent is going to allow us to let it work autonomously on one task after the other. It recognizes what the goal is and just executes multiple tasks in a row to get towards it. In this instance, right now, since we're a complete beginner, our goal is to go online with this web page. So I'm just going to say, hey, can you run this program for me? And technically, you would be able to do that yourself by opening this panel here at the bottom and then running an npm run dev. But we are going to just let this run for the first time. So go ahead and see, automatically it recognized I need to run this program, but I noticed there's some errors. So it tells you we've got to download a few things, npm install, and that installs the necessary dependencies that you need. And now it's going to go ahead and start the server. The development server is now starting up. You should be able to access it here. So you could see the npm run dev has shown up, and our website is currently at localhost 3000. And as you can see, this is what we're dealing with. But I said I'm going to be building my men's group website. So a few things that we can get into context that I will share with it is I'm going to go ahead and take a screenshot, paste it in here. I have given you a screenshot of the Instagram page of my men's group. My men's group is called Men in the Arena, and I have shared what we've put in the bio. Can you update the hero section to reflect more of the vibe that I have shared from my men's group? So it's checking to see which components, and then it finds the hero, Boom. Here's my update to the hero component. Let's look at it. I've added a dark image, enter the arena, boom, as the main headline, added your exact mission statement, together we rise, used a more masculine bold color scheme. Now it asks me if I want to change the background image directory. Whoa, look at that. This is a pretty good start. There's a lot of different text going on and there's like multiple buttons, so I don't necessarily like all of that. Hey, there seems to be a lot of buttons. I only want to have one call to action when I end up in the hero section. I think the call to action should say join the Brotherhood, and that should be the main one. I don't necessarily need the Together We Rise, and my men's group is called Men in the Arena. As of right now, our goal is the bi-weekly workouts that we do host. Let's leave it with I like the subtitle for it, and then I think the main headline is cool, and I don't want the opening statement necessarily. I think there could be a change in removing of the main statement of enter the arena. We could actually make that the call to action. And I'm just going to dump this. Let's see what it does. All right. It made some changes. Amazing. To the point. Now, can we make this the hero image? I think if I go to the browser, what if I refresh it? Boom! Look at that. Can we add an indicator for knowing to scroll down? So it's picking something. Already did. I've added a subtle. I'm going to go ahead, click accept. Come back in here. Boom. You see that little thing that showed up. So now I click it, moves on to the next section. Why join our community? All right, we got to switch this up. I want to update that to show the lens of we host bi-weekly workouts. We give back to our community and we compete together to grow as men. Let's start with those three. So I'm just starting with three things real quick. Boom. So it's working on updating the features part of that website. And boom. It realizes it's also going to fix the icons and get better messaging. So I'll let it do that in the background. So once it does it, let's go. Cool. So there's things that we can improve. You know, it kind of looks a bit simple. So let's say for something like this, icons, we could even choose to screenshot, copy it, paste it, and then go, can you put the icons in the center of those cards for me? Wow, look at this. As soon as you do that, it ends up fixing it and puts this in the middle. I actually want this section to be what our next workouts are. Want to get to the point. Bi-weekly workouts for men seeking connection, challenge, and growth is the byline. So once you get here, I think we're focused on the fact that this is what we're doing. We want men to show up, work out with us. So I'm going to make this section. Can you update our features section to make it upcoming events and then have it be a list of 3 cards that has an image, and then in the card it says space for led by, because we're going to have a different leader lead each workout, and then the date and time and place. Boom. It looks like it took the information and updated it so you could see, finds the title, puts that in, led by whom, where is it at, when. So now this is perfect. In the event one could be also set it up to be where it is associated with linking it to a Google Maps link for the address, and then along with that an RSVP or add to calendar button actually. And then by having the add to calendar, let's add it to where it automatically opens in the person's Google Calendar with the specific date and time. Okay, it's now being able to update some stuff for it. We've even added a few other functionality. This now shows up with the add to calendar, which is super cool. Clicking on it now means it's opening up 2001. It opens 2001 as the calendar event. I don't know why it's linked to that year, but we're currently in 2025. Quick change. So it even updates to where we can do it based off of this. And now if I click add to calendar, boom, has this specific thing show up in my calendar. Join us for this Men in the Arena workout session led by this person. That's super cool. Can you help with creating a navigation bar that allows me to go to all these different sections? So nice. We could see it, but it kind of just blends into it. Oh no. So this is cool. As we scroll, it kind of showcases. And then I can just go again. I'm not able to see the options until I start scrolling first time around. And now it's updating that specifically for the functionality. So all of it shows up. Whoop. Oh, nice. Events comes down here about testimonials. Join testimonials. FAQ about. It's cool. So as of right now, some of those buttons don't work. And then I went ahead and got some inspiration from another men's group website. So I like this section where they've just got a bunch of images. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then say, I like this section to be underneath our next events, where it's just a section full of photos that we can recycle through, I suppose, of our men. I'd like to place that here. So after having found this other group's set of images, I'm now just taking image screenshot, making it so that we can create something on ourselves. And as you can see, it takes the inspiration to go ahead and add stuff into the mix. As you can see, it keeps consistently just adding stuff. So now it's added a section. So I've added in some images just by pulling in after it requested to add in specific kinds. I was able to do that. We've got a section where we're showing us doing stuff, and then it shows us brotherhood testimonials. I don't need this upcoming activities. Can you remove the upcoming activities section? I don't need it anymore. And then when we have the call to action clicked at the top about joining the brotherhood, or even at the bottom to click join now, it should take them to modal pop up, and this modal is going to be one where they can add in their first name, last name, and then email address, and click sign up. I think the next thing that we want is to drive people into our WhatsApp group. So what do you think is a good flow for when they click the call to action, so we can capture their information and also drive them towards the WhatsApp group? Now that we got all of this sections kind of set up, we're moving on to the second part of this. We've coded it. Now we got to put the code somewhere. So where does the code go? It goes on GitHub. So can you help me put this on GitHub now as a new project? And then also, could you help with renaming it? It says community landing page template for this project. I want to change that name to Men in the Arena. Boom. So it's taking care of a few things for us. Updating the package. Now we've got this. It's called Men in the Arena. No longer that. Perfect. So it gives us these commands. Go to github.com, click on the plus button, new repository. So we're going to go now to github.com, create your account. Once you do so, you'll be able to come in here and then new. I'm going to call this Men in the Arena. It already exists on my account, so I'm just going to add in a couple dashes in between. Boom. So what did it say? Leave it as public. Don't initialize with any files. So I'm going to just go ahead and click create. Did that. I'll copy this link. I'll paste it here. And then say, once you can run these commands to push your code, replace your username with your Git. So there we go. And then I haven't even done anything. All I've done is just given it that. So now it's going to push the code there. Boom. Let's update the push to the new repository. I'm just hitting accept. All I know is we got to get our code up. So it runs a few commands, and then once we're done with this, great. Also rename to match. So you can do this by navigating up one directory. Here's the command to do that. So it's honestly going to change up the name for us. So now you can see it's no longer here. That's because we need to open that folder, I think. Let's open this and see if we've got everything in here. Yep. So now if I go on here, refresh this, looks like we have this up. Since our code is up here, now we can say, I have my code up on GitHub. What now to deploy it? So as you can see, what we said is once you get your code up, we can just go on Vercel, and which is what it recommends. So we go to vercel.com, open that, and then add new project. We'll choose this specific, and we'll click deploy. Wow. So we were able to get this up, and you can see it's on men-the-arena.vercel.app. So if I go to this website, we have this loaded with our images. As you can see, I never had this up, and boom. If you now want to update, you can also come in to domains and then go, I want to add a specific domain. You would be able to add your domains in as well. And there you have it. It all cursor costs $20 to have on a monthly basis, but you don't need to know how to do anything. Now it's just a matter of using some prompts and getting yourself a landing page.